It does. Now, I want to ask you a question. Let me move on to the next thing.
Sure.
Andrew, I've been seeing Reddit posts, Twitter posts about you and about teachers basically saying like, Andrew Tate, I'm a ninth grade teacher, and my male students are basically telling girls to get in the kitchen, and you know what I mean. It doesn't matter what you do in school, it doesn't matter how good you do in school. You need to get in the kitchen, and you'll never amount to what a man could do, and they're blaming you for that. And I just want to know
No.
what are your thoughts on seeing posts like that, and like what is that? What do you have to say about that?
I know that's not the case. I mean, a lot of the things that have been taken up and chopped up and thrown online are things from a very long time ago when I didn't have a fraction of the influence I have now. I'm not apologizing for them. I'm not even saying that, that they were intrinsically wrong. I'm saying that when you produce as much content as I have, like 6 years of posting, and for the longest period of time, no one was watching it, you can go back in anyone's history of 6 years of posting, find 3 minutes and cut it up and chop it up and throw it on TikTok on repeat and make that person look bad. Anyone can do that,
I
right?
agree with that. You could definitely make people look bad by clips and edits and highlight. I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah.
So that could happen to anybody. And then if a hate mob gets behind it and tries to purport that that's your only worldview, if people don't think critically and they don't sit there and look and analyze for themselves and sit there and go, okay, well, clearly a lot of this cannot be true because this man is a free man. He has no criminal charges. He's never gone to jail. He travels around the world freely in and out of, Western countries. He has nothing against him. Obviously, these things aren't true, but some people don't think beyond the headline. They see the headline and they believe the headline instantly.
Right.
What's actually a bit inconvenient about the Instagram ban, the only thing that's inconvenient is, I'm going to send you a picture, Adin, is that I launched an initiative to donate money to a charity aimed at protecting women against domestic violence. Have you seen this? Look, let me send it to you. Put the picture up. I've just sent it to you. So what was happening is I understood that some people who only viewed the headlines and didn't listen to me, because I've made countless videos of talking about how women need to be protected, how women need to be respected, how important are the women in my life, how much I respect my mother. I've done loads of things positive about women, but people who don't want to look into it and actually understand the real me, they would only view the headline and assume I was a bad person, right? So I decided, okay, well, let's counter that narrative because with great power comes great responsibility. So I put this post up. I don't know if you can put it on the screen.
It's on there. It's on the stream. I had it actually up in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there it
yeah.
is. Yeah. And I said that, look, a lot of people are confused because I'm trying to build men up and help men understand that they have a value too. Because I think in the world today, not many men feel valuable. I think a lot of men are very, very sad and depressed. And I'm trying to encourage the men to feel powerful and feel valuable. They think I'm trying to drag women down, and that's not the case. And I said,
I think, and I'm speaking on the people that are trying to bring you down. Okay, so I took that off for a second. I think what people are trying to, so when I saw that teacher post, I see Reddit post, it's like, it's kind of like school just started and now people are saying a bunch of things, like teachers are saying that they're overhearing their students say these things. And like when I'm going back to that topic, it's like, why are they, so do you feel as your content and not your content, what you preach is you're trying to build men up, which I'm all for it. I told you, I like that. Some parts of what you talk about, I love when you speak about building people up and building their confidence and telling people to pursue and follow their dreams. I love that. But I think the issue is what people on the other side are saying is that it's coming off as misogynistic because why? It's coming off that way. I'm not saying you are misogynist. I'm saying it's coming off that way. Why?
well, that's interesting. I'll tell you why. And the reason is because they're very, very careful and they're very, very selective, right? So the reason I was talking about that charity post is because I put a post up saying I'm going to donate I'm going to donate $1 for every like to a charity which supports women against domestic violence and also a charity that helps men with mental health issues because there's no point in trying to support one against the other. We're all people.
Of course.
And I pledged 1.2 million American dollars. And
Wow.
that didn't get a single publication. They ignored it completely. And at the same time, they're saying I hate women when I'm the one who's given away $600,000. And that post was live, and I was going to put the receipt up tomorrow morning.
Holy shit.
It's very, very selective what they're doing. And that's what's scary because I think a lot of the things that are out there that make me look like I'm talking about women in a bad way, they ignore all the times I talk about men in a bad way. I'm a person who believes in trying to create a reality where you speak with as many high value people as possible. That means high value men and high value women. I say to people all the time, if you're a man and your friends just play video games or smoke weed or they're committing crime or hanging on the block, you shouldn't hang around with those men because those men are a bad influence on you.
Damn.
And they'll ignore that. But if I say, if your girlfriend is going to be disloyal or disrespectful or not support you in your goals, then they'll sit and say that I'm talking bad things about women. But I talk bad things about men as well all the time. It's nothing to do with gender. It's about trying to be a person who finds high value people. And what they've done is they've gone through the past, found all the little clips across 6 years of content, a total of 3 or 4 minutes, trying to make it look like I'm out there to hate on women, when I'm the one who's donating money to women. I'm the one trying to donate money to charity, trying to prove that I understand that my influence has an effect and that I need to be very, very careful with it. But it's a truly false narrative. And like I said, I'm a religious man. I believe in God, and I know God will show the truth, and the redemption arc will be glorious, and everyone will soon understand. But truthfully, I am the person who sticks by what he says. I stand by what I say, and if I disagree with something, I'll disagree with something. And I've said a lot of comments which are like tongue-in-cheek or joking or locker room talk, and I understand how that can be taken out of context. But all in all, the idea that I hate women is truly is so far from the truth. And anyone who knows me personally knows that. And I think a lot of people on the internet know that, because since the banning, the outpouring of support has been monumental. It's been monumental. So a lot of people understand that I'm not a bad person in any regard.
Andrew, would you ever do like like how you have like I'm sorry, what's your course called?
Hustlers University.
Would you ever do like a section dedicated to just strictly women, or like like kind of like teach, because like this is how I look at it, right? Without women, we have no life. We all love our mothers. We all, yeah. So we, a lot of people that are starting to think that, like I said, you're a misogynist, you're putting women down and stuff. Would you ever considering about doing anything specifically dedicated to just women?
Completely. I mean, the Hustlers University is open for everybody anyway. Women can join and they can participate. Some of our best students are females inside of there. So it's not even gendered in that regard. I gave charity to both men and women's charity because I believe in people as opposed to one gender above the other. But the people who dislike me are very, very desperate to grasp hold of fake narratives, because they know if they have to tell the truth about me that they have nothing to attack me with, right? So it doesn't matter. I could donate $1 million a day to female charities for the next 30 days. I could give away $30 million. There's still going to be someone on the internet saying I'm a misogynist no matter what, right?
Of course.
I was effectively swatted when my house was raided by the Romanian authorities. Yeah, you were swatted too, right?
I was swatted too.
Yeah, when my house was raided by the Romanian authorities, someone made a fake phone call and said that I had people here kidnapped, and I was swatted, and I was completely innocent, and I wasn't charged, and I was released within 45 minutes, and it was all over with.
Same
but
thing.
But people are going to sit there and still say he's under investigation. He's a human trafficker. He's a rapist, because they want to purport the false narrative. They don't want to tell the truth, because they tell the truth. Then they realize, oh shit, we have nothing to attack Tate with. Oh, so let's just keep pushing this lie, which doesn't really bother me. I understand the internet. I understand that your haters are always going to find some reason to make up some hate, right? But this is why, like I said, I believe in God and I know the truth of my heart. And I also know the truth of the universe. And truthfully, the reason I've managed to get so far in life from such a low place, because I started at the very, very bottom, and now I'm the most Googled man on the planet with hundreds of millions of dollars. The reason my life's been so fantastic is because I understand that the universe has balance, and I've always been a good person, and I haven't been out here robbing anybody. I haven't been out here stealing from anybody. I haven't hurt any grandmas. I haven't gone to jail. I've done none of these bad things. And the universe rewards. And anyone who's out there who's pushing a lie that they know to be a lie to get some clicks, they're going to be punished in other ways in their life, because I believe that God understands how the truth is important to the overall narrative of life, right? I don't think you can go through life lying on repeat and God not take notice of that. So I think everybody who really understands the story understands what's happening here. I very much understand what's happening here. I have faith in due process, and I have faith also in the Instagram executives to understand the truth of what's happening. And I'm a happy guy, bro. It's just another day inside the matrix, just doing what we got to do. It's no big deal. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to post the receipt for the charity money is. Now I've nowhere to post it now. So imagine what kind of good positive press that could have been, showing that how I'm dedicating money to female charities, etc. Imagine how that would have affected the young boys in school. Like, there's so much positive I could give to the world, but if they just ban me everywhere, then I can't do it. So
do you have the receipt with you?
The receipt, no, it's tomorrow morning is when I ended, because I said per like is $1, right?
Gotcha.
Tomorrow morning was the end and the receipt and the post, but they banned me just before. So I don't even know how many likes I had on it. 550,000, something like that. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's an interesting time, but also, and I want to make this very, very clear. This is kind of like my worldview. My worldview is that I really, truly enjoy the experience of life, and the experience of life is not. It can't always be a happy, positive, uphill experience. You have to learn to sing in the rain to be a truly contented individual, and that's who I am. Like if someone crashes into my car, I don't get angry. I'm like, a new episode, a new level to the game now. Like something new is happening, you know? So even if something bad happens to me, like if people are sitting here and they're gloating, thinking something bad happened to me, it's all part of the beautiful tapestry. It's all part of the experience. I love all of it. It doesn't matter if I try and get it back. It doesn't matter if I never get it again. It doesn't matter if none of it matters to me, right? It's all just life that we're living out. I enjoy all of it, and I enjoy all of its vectors. And it's always a learning process. So I don't take any of this stuff personally. I don't take life personally, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't take any of it personally.
You don't. I can tell that about you. You have like a charisma around you that you give that off. You give that energy off for sure.
As long as my body functions, I mean, personal, like your health is a different thing, right? But my arms work. The people I love are alive. It's another beautiful day inside of the metaverse.
Andrew, your old content from 6 years ago. You talk about how you change your ways and whatever. So what made you have a change of heart, the way you talk and the way you post?
It wasn't a change of ways. It's not about a change of ways. It's not about me saying that I don't believe the things I said were funny at the time. It's about me understanding that 6-7 years ago, TikTok didn't exist, Instagram Shorts didn't exist, what's it called? YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, all these short content things didn't exist. So 6 years ago, if you made a video, the odds of it getting chopped up and then all context removed and then accelerated in this expansion to reach millions of people in a day was 0%. So you have to evolve along with the platforms and along with the culture, right? So what I'm saying is that now if I were to make a video, I'd sit and go, wait, maybe they can cut out that 10 seconds, put it on a reel and blow it and do something negative with it. But back then you didn't have to worry about that because it was far less likely to happen. It just wasn't the way the internet was. Right. And I probably could have, tried to go through the internet and delete a bunch of old stuff but the copies of this stuff existed everywhere. And it is what it is. It's not about me apologizing. It's not about me trying to say that the narrative's changed. It's about me understanding that the platforms have changed and the platforms have a responsibility. And that's why I understand completely why there's people sitting around having conversations going, we as a platform, what responsibility do we have to our users? I get all of it. I'm not an illogical person. I'm not an emotional person. I don't get personally offended or upset by any of these things.
Right.
It's just the world works now. Okay. And I don't take it. It's just the way the world.
Okay, this is a 2-part question, Andrew. The first, I'm just going to ask this part because I know you don't have much time. What do you feel like your purpose on Earth is to do at this point? Like, not even at this point, in general, like, what is your purpose to do? Like, what do you have to fulfill?
I think I know how desperate many men are. I truly believe, like we talk about, Patty Pimblett just did a piece inside of the Octagon talking about male mental health. Tyson Fury's talked about male mental health. But these are professional fighters. I'm a professional fighter also, and I think professional fighters are closely linked to mental health struggle because it's such a difficult life and it can be derailed so quickly.
Sorry to interrupt, but don't most fighters and stuff, they get hit in the head a lot, like they get more like suicidal and depressed. Is that true? I read that somewhere.
It's not about getting hit in the head. It's about the lifestyle. It's about dedicating your all to everything and then having a 10-year career and then losing one fight and it just disappearing overnight.
Gotcha.
It's just, and then afterwards you're trying to find something that can replicate it and replace the glory and the adrenaline, and you really can't. And if you don't have any financial means either, you can't just go from that Spartan life to a normal life. There's a disconnect, and it's very difficult. And I think that's why a lot of people suffer from depression in fight sports.
For sure.
But I understand very well how sad and how miserable a lot of men are. And I think that a lot of people will look up to me, and a lot of people respect me. And yeah, I have every teenage boy's dream, right? I have every car, and I have a nice big house and a beautiful girlfriend or two or whatever.
You have a girlfriend now?
Aiden.
Sorry.
I've always been all right. But I have a very, very beautiful life. I have what everyone wants, right? And I inspire people. I became the most Googled man on the planet. When I walk the streets, people scream. I think there's videos. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, I have, of course.
So everyone loves me, right? And I really think that the model I roll out for young men is just to be confident, to be positive, to understand that they have a responsibility to. How many times have we talked on your stream about protecting women, protecting in the house, providing for women, all these things? But I understand sometimes if with a tongue in cheek or with a joke or with a small clip, someone can cut it up and pretend I'm something I'm not. Like I said, the internet's changed. The platforms have changed. The algorithms have changed. The world's changed, right? But I know I'm not a negative person. I truly live with a genuinely pure heart.
So
I know that.
Okay, so sorry to cut you off there, but I'm just curious because I wanna know. So you believe that your role, your purpose on Earth as of right now is to basically build up young men's confidence and basically, give them the information they need to.
No, it's what I am is I'm a beacon that shows every single young man out there on the world that they can have everything they've ever wanted. I came from nothing. I had never had, I know recently True Geordie, some guy said I came from daddy's money. He knows that's not true. I came from a council estate in Luton. I'm poor and I've done everything myself. I managed to become strong and rich and smart, all these things by myself. And I'm a role model for men to sit and go, look, well, if Tate can have everything he wants, then maybe I can have what I want. Whatever that is, you want to be a tennis player or a scientist or whatever. And to bring some confidence back, because I think inside of men today, the biggest reason that they're struggling with mental health is because a lot of men, there's something that's hard to explain because I try and explain it to my girlfriend. I try and explain it to her and she doesn't understand. Inside of a man, you need to be proud of yourself. You need to have this like masculine, it's almost like pride, but it's kind of like, it's like a life force, a masculine life force. It's kind of like the flex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You kind of like just turn up and just like flex a little bit. Like I'm me.
Right.
And that's the fun part about being a man. And all the men who can't do that are the most depressed and the saddest ones on earth.
Wow.
And I try and inspire them saying, look, there's nothing wrong with having a personality. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit loud, a little bit brash. Obviously, I don't want anyone to take that out of context, but I know that I'm a positive force on the world. I get 5,000 emails a week. And I read nearly every one of them. How I've stopped people being depressed, stopped people committing suicide. Like every single week, people are like, I found your videos. I've never felt so happy. I understand myself better. I've never worked so hard in the gym, etc. So I know I'm a positive force, right? It's just a small minority group which have decided to purport lies and try and falsify information about me and in a personal attack. And to some degree, it's kind of flattering.
Andrew, I feel like in this world, it's better to be egotistical and confident than kind of like be that person that's like not, if that makes sense, because you can't really like do anything if you don't think you're the shit. Like if you're the type of person that just doubts yourself all day and just sits around and just mopes and just basically like, oh, I'm not the shit, I'm not the best of the shit, then you're not gonna really accomplish anything. You kind of have to have that mindset where you can really just accomplish the world. I feel like.
Oh, completely. And and this is the thing, right? Because when you're that kind of guy, when you're like a fox, the rabbits are going to hate you, right? So the people who, when you act that way, when you have confidence and you also have a lot of tangible assets and you've achieved a bunch of amazing things in your life, there's going to be people who are deeply insecure, very unhappy with themselves, who are going to try their best to drag you down because misery loves company. When I see people who are desperately making endless videos on me day after day after day, to me, it's flattering, right? It shows misery loves company. It shows his position, which is below me, trying to drag me down. I don't watch any of them. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for negativity in my life. But that's always going to happen. If you shine bright, you're going to have haters. Every rapper says it. You probably hear it. The better you do, the more haters you have.
The more eyes are on you. The more eyes are on you.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game. But all in all, I know I'm a positive force. I've had long conversations about this with a lot of people.
What kind of pants
I know I'm a very positive force. What pants?
Yeah, what are those?
They're reflective blue.
Take them off for me real quick.
Don't be weird.
I'm
Adin.
sorry. All right. Listen. Listen. Andrew, out of all the men of the world, you got Elon Musk, you got Donald Trump, you got Jeff Bezos. Where do you rank yourself in the world for men? Like, what rank are you? Not even financially. I'm just saying, where do you rank yourself? Yeah.
Currently, as it stands, I'm absolutely and utterly number one.
You're number one.
100%. And I'm telling you now that the influence I have over the youth of the world is something that
you know